Here's what's making news around Indiana, brought to you by the Indiana Association of Realtors, Indiana's 21,000 realtors, the neighbors you know, the experts you can count on.
Well, we pick back up our Endangered Indiana series in the Hoosier State's oldest city, a once exquisite home built exclusively for people who didn't fit into the social norms of the 1800s. Around Indiana reporter Mary Rachel Redmond here with what's being done now to transform one of the buildings on Indiana Landmark's 10 most endangered list. Mary Rachel.
Well, Gary, the Knox County Poor Asylum is amazingly still standing. Built in 1882 in Vincennes, for all you number people out there. That's more than 140 years. But unfortunately, the historic landmark just sits there, empty and in dire straits. I made the voyage to Vincennes to take a look at it for myself. Just on the outskirts of Vincennes, surrounded by hundreds of acres of farmland, sits a building that has the grandeur of an Old English estate.
First and foremost, architecturally, incredible structure. Built at a grand scale in a design that's a little more unique for historic county homes in the state. But the structure itself embodies local heritage. It was built to serve the less fortunate of Knox County area.
The Knox County Poor Asylum was one of Indiana's first. It housed the old, the sick, the disabled, the orphaned, and the alcoholic.
It's providing probably purpose for a lot of individuals who did not have much. The county bought 125 acres out at this site, eventually 160 acres. That 160 acres allowed the Poor Asylum to be self-sufficient. They were farming. They were raising food that was consumed by the residents.
Despite the broken glass you see in the windows and the occasional, well, crumbled brick you see here and there, the Knox County Poor Asylum has withstood the test of time. It was built in 1882. That's over 140 years. And by all accounts, a historic treasure worth saving. And that's exactly what Barmes and his nonprofit plans to do.
I was driving by here one day, and I'm sorry, but God spoke to me and said this would be great for the community. My wife is on a mission to set up a hospice home. This building was a perfect fit, and until I saw inside.
Barmes was kind enough to give me a tour of the inside.
We found what we believe to be original shingles. They are slate. We found those buried in the attic.
Just unbelievable historic home. But what does it mean to even just walk through it now?
It's just amazing to see the history.
Yeah.
What happened, what happened when it happened and when it was built, and what hands were involved, and just try to see what's been added on and what's been changed over the years. And
in some of the original features, you mentioned it used to be that there were always fireplaces in every room. That's not the case anymore, but this
is the original, and it's the only one left in the entire building.
You've got these tall doors. You don't see that anymore.
The bottom line is we need a facility to open up the hospice, whether we build from ground up, brand new, which is very expensive, or whether we rehab this historic building. It would be fantastic for this community. We get the best of both worlds.
We have some gorgeous buildings in Knox County. This is one of them. And to me, why wouldn't we save it and pass it on to the people who come after us?
It'll be done. Not up to me. It sounds kind of hokey, but it's the honest truth. If God wants his building saved, he can save it.